You get a direct line to the budget for your staff and learners until 2027. Welcome back to the Alfa Edge Blueprint. In our first few episodes, we mapped the galaxy, found the soul of the program, and identified your sector. Today, we are going to talk about the holy grail of Erasmus+. I'm talking about the accreditation, which is KA 120. In this industry, we often call this as the golden ticket, and for good reasons, obviously. Once you are accredited, you stop competing for grants every year. You stop waiting for the yes or the no from the national agency in a state of anxiety. Instead, you get guaranteed funding. You get a direct line to the budget for your staff and learners until 2027. But here is the 10 years truth that the most consultants will not tell you. Accreditation is not a win. It's a marriage. When you sign the accreditation agreement, you're entering into a long-term, legally binding relationship with your national agency. And just like a marriage, if you stop putting in the efforts, if you stop evolving, or if you break the quality standards we discussed in episode number 2, the divorce is going to be very expensive. Today, we're going to be showing you how to write an Erasmus plan that isn't just a document, but a roadmap for institutional power. I'm going to explain why 2026 is the most dangerous year for accredited organizations, and how Alfa Edge uses its decade of experience to keep our partners' accreditations safe, funded, and impactful. Let's unlock the vault. Let's look at the core of the KA 120 application, the Erasmus plan. Most people treat the Erasmus plan like a standard project description. They talk about what they want to do this year. This is a fatal mistake. The national agency isn't looking for a list of activities, even though it is there inside of your application. However, they are looking for a transformation strategy. The 10-year lesson? When we help our partners at Alfa Edge draft their strategies, we tell them to look at their baseline. Where is their organizations today? If you are an adult education center in 2026 and your objective number 1 is still to improve staff English skills, the national agency is going to be yawning. Yes, it's definitely important to improve the skills of the language. However, in 2026, they want to see institutional resilience. They want to see how you're going to use Erasmus Plus to digitize your entire curriculum, or how you're going to become the leading inclusion hub in your region or in your area. The strategy: your objectives must be SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. But they also must be proportional. Don't promise to send 100 staff members if you are only having 10 employees. The national agency wants to see a sustainable growth curve. At Alfa Edge, we don't just host your staff. We look at your Erasmus plan objectives before you arrive. We ensure that the training you receive in Rome directly feeds into the indicators you promised your national agency. If your objective is to digital innovation, we will not teach you Microsoft Word. We will teach you AI-assisted pedagogy. That is how you turn the plan into a result that keeps your funding flowing. I get this question at least once a week. We just want a KA 122, which is a short-term project. Should we apply for an accreditation now? My answer is usually, are you ready for the responsibility? Think of a KA 122 as a test drive. You have 6 to 18 months. You send few people, you write one report. It's a great way to build your internal capacity. But accreditation, which is KA 120, is the long game. The insider reality: in 2026, many national agencies are making the KA 122 harder to get. Why? Because they want to push serious organizations toward accreditation. They want to reduce the administrative burden of evaluating thousands of small projects. But here is the danger. If you jump into the accreditation too early without a solid team, you will fail the capacity audit. The national agency will look at your past performance. If your KA 122 final report was average, your accreditation might get rejected. We act as the bridge for our partners who are currently on a KA 122. We use their time with us to level up their staff so they can handle the complexity of an accreditation. We show them how to set up the internal management system that the KA 120 requires. If you cannot show the national agency how you will handle the dissemination of the quality standards across 5 years, don't apply for the golden ticket yet. Spend another year building your reputation with the high quality mobilities at Alfa Edge. Prove you can handle the quality, and the accreditation will follow naturally. For those of you who are already accredited, listen closely. We are in 2026. This is the year of the Erasmus Plan update. Every 2 to 3 years, the national agency reviews your performance. This isn't just a check-in. They are looking at your achievement of objectives. If you said in 2022 that you would train 20 staff members in green skills and you'd only send 2 people to a general English course, you have a major problem. The technical deep dive? In 2026, the budget allocation for the accredited organization is becoming more performance-based. The national agencies are shifting the money. If organization A is hitting all the targets and showing a massive impact, and organization B is just floating along, the national agency will cut organization B's budget and give to organizations A. The Alpha strategy: we are currently running accreditation rescue sessions for our partners. We look at their midterm reports and we help them pivot. If your original objectives are no longer relevant, perhaps because of AI revolution or a shift in your local community, you need to update your Erasmus plan. You don't have to stay stuck in 2021, but you must justify the change. At Alfa Edge, we provide the evidence of impact you need for these reviews. We provide the qualitative feedback, the participants' assessments, and the dissemination proofs that show the national agency you are actually meeting your goals. In 2026, the free ride of accreditation is over. It's time to prove your worth or lose your budget. It's time for the Alpha Audit. The scenario: a project manager is tired. The deadline for KA 120 application is in 48 hours. They find a template online or they use ChatGPT to write the Erasmus Plan objectives. They submit it. The mistake? The application looks perfect. The English is flawless. The goal sounds European. The audit? National agency rejects it instantly. Why? Because it lacks organizational DNA. And any national agency officer reads 200 applications a week. They can spot a generic objective from a mile away. If your plan says we want to increase the internationalization of our staff, but it doesn't mention the specific neighborhood you work in, or the specific vulnerabilities that your target group face or have, or the vulnerable adults you serve, or the specific challenges of your local region, it's a 0. The Alpha solution: we never give our partners templates. Instead, we give them questions. Who are your learners? What is the one thing your staff is afraid of? What does your city look like in 2030? When you answer those, your Erasmus plan becomes audit-proof. Because it is authentic. The national agency wants to fund you, not a robot. At Alfa Edge, we help you translate your local reality into the Euro English that the national agencies love, without losing your soul, obviously. Don't let a copy-paste job ruin your chance at a 7-year of funding. Accreditation is the golden ticket, but only if you know how to drive the train. It's the key to institutional stability, but it requires a level of professionalism that many organizations aren't prepared for. Today, we have looked at the Erasmus Plan, the jump from a KA 122 and the critical 2026 review. The message is clear: to stay accredited, you must be excellent. At Alfa Edge, we specialize in the excellence. Whether you are writing your first accreditation application or you are trying to survive your midterm review, we have the 10 years of experience to guide you through. We don't just host mobilities, we protect your institutional future. In the next episode, I'm going to show you how to implement the Erasmus quality standards in a way that makes your organization the envy of Europe. Check out our accreditation support tracks and our 2026 courses at alfaedu.it. This is Marwan Zahir, and you have been listening to the Alfa Edu Blueprint. Stay accredited, stay strategic, and I will see you in the next one.